This isn't just a tablet, it's a flex. At its heart beats the Apple's crowned M5 silicon built on the TSMC's latest 3rd Gen 3nm process. This chip delivers a neural accelerator in every core. We are talking 153 gigs of memory bandwidth. That's a 20% jump over the M4. It's built for real-time generative AI and 4K ProRes RAW. With 12 gigs of base RAM, it is a supercomputer sliced in a thin sheet of glass. And to see that power, Apple gave us Tandem OLED, 2 layers of light hitting 1600 nits of peak HDR. It is the absolute reference point for visual reality. For $1,300, it is supposed to be the ultimate holy grail. It is a Ferrari engine, but we are about to see Apple has locked the speed limits to 20 miles per hour for 99% of you. What most people don't realize that this holy grail is only reserved for 1% of people. If you are a high-end colorist, designer, and editor, this is your dream. The hardware is a masterpiece, but the software, that is where the trap is set. To see it, you have to look past the marketing and look at the actual raw data, because when you run the math, the holy grail starts to look like a bottleneck. Today I'm going to prove it to you that this $1,300 beast is being held back the second you hit that play button. And if you feel like I showed something new today, feel free to subscribe. So let's get into it. Okay, so before we start this video, the first question you should be asking is, why did Apple give us the Tandem OLED display? That's because a single layer of OLED can't hit 1600 nits of peak brightness without melting it. By stacking 2 layers, each pixel only works half as hard, which literally doubles the lifespan of the screen and prevents that dreaded OLED burn-in. But there is a curse to this quality. With a response time of 0.03 millisecond, that is instant. This screen is a sniper rifle. There is zero motion blur. This screen shows every pixel perfectly. On an old slow LCD, the motion blur actually hides low quality video compression. But on this M5, there is no way to hide. It draws exactly what it is told. So if Netflix sends a garbage signal, the iPad draws a perfect, razor-sharp image of garbage. Here is the catch Apple won't tell you. Even though this screen is nearly 3K, apps like Netflix, Disney Plus, and Amazon Prime treats iPad as a mobile device. They don't send you a 4K signal, they cap your stream at 1080p. Now you might think, 1080p is still SD, right? It should be fine. Well, this is where the physics of the display breaks the experience. Let's run the math. The 13-inch iPad Pro has a resolution of 2752 by 2064. That is roughly 2.7K. But a 1080p video is only 1920 pixel wide. So if you divide the iPad's width by the video's width, you will come up with 1.43. And that number 1.43 is the scaling trap. It means for every 1 pixel of your movie, the iPad has to physically fill 1.43 pixel on the screen. But pixels are physical objects. You can't light up 0.43 of pixels. So what does iPad do? Well, it has to make a guess. It averages the color between 2 pixels to fill the gap. This is called interpolation. And this is why your $1,300 reference display actually looks softer and blurrier than a cheap 1080p monitor with a pixel match 1:1. So on this $1,300 display, you are watching a blurry upscale image. Still don't trust me? So let me show you some more examples, but not of pixel, but that of a bitrate. The real killer is the bitrate. If you got a 4K TV at your home, they are getting 15 to 20 megabits of data. But on the iPad, the app detects it as a mobile device and throttles you to 4 megabits. So you are starving this display. You are paying $1,300 for a reference grade monitor. You have the M5, you have the Wi-Fi 7, yet the software treats you like you are on a flip phone, and these apps are feeding it a signal meant for a budget phone to save themselves server cost. Let me prove it to you. Look at this. This is a standard grayscale banding test. The gradient looks like a staircase with jagged lines. This is the quality Netflix and Disney is feeding you. This $1,300 Tandem OLED looks like a cheap monitor from 2010. I mean, look at this jagged steps. That's a 8-bit data starvation. Now watch what happens when I force YouTube to send it a 4K signal. Boom. The screen instantly smooths out into a perfect, buttery smooth gradient. The banding evaporates, the steps are gone. The screen didn't magically get more pixels. The bitrate just went from a trickle to a flood. And this is the secret sauce. When you downscale a 4K stream in a 2.7K display, it looks more crispier than a 1080p ever could. Why? Because 4K data has higher chroma sampling and a massive bitrate. It proves the hardware is the masterpiece, but the software is the jail. To Apple, Pro means the 1%. If you are using this for color grading, editing, 3D modeling, or designing, it is a masterpiece. But if you are a consumer, if you bought this for a Netflix on a plane, you are paying for a screen you aren't allowed to use. Save your money, buy the Air or a real OLED TV until Apple unlocks the TV profile for apps. This is just an expensive mirror. Now look, I'm not asking you to boycott the Apple or stay away from M5. If you want the best tablet on earth, this is it. My goal is to make sure your purchase actually makes sense for you. If you are a pro, buy the 13-inch. You need the canvas. But if you have watched this video and realized that you are in a consumer category and you still want that gorgeous Tandem OLED, go with the 11-inch model. It's $300 cheaper, it's more portable, and because the screen is more compact, that scaling issue isn't as jarring. Plus the aspect ratio is actually better for movies, meaning you get less dead space and more of what you paid for at the end of the day. Don't let the marketing spend your money for you. Buy the tool that fits your life. I'm TechSense. Don't let the specs blind you. Catch you in the next one.